A boy in a small kitchen with an old woman. He standing on a yellow metal footstool, wearing an apron that touches the floor, spooning confectioner's sugar at her urging into a white glass bowl slowly turning as a pair of chrome mixers churn the white powder into the dark, almost black chocolate. Later, the boy sitting at a table eating a big slice of chocolate seven-layer cake from a blue and white willow patterned plate with a heavy silver fork, then licking the remains when he's sure she's not looking. On a spring day, the old woman and the boy kneeling on pads on her front lawn, digging up the hated dandelions, with the old Gorham's silver-plated butter knives she insisted were better than the tools made for weeding. The two of them sitting on her porch afterwards, sipping sweet iced tea mixed with a bit of orange juice, a sprig of mint from her garden floating on top. When he was sick, she walked across the street, bringing watercress sandwiches with the crust cut off and ginger ale, or a cup of tea and cinnamon toast, the sugar mixed with cinnamon, melting in pools of warm butter. After the boy's father left, he still went nearly every day, still ran errands for her, still washed her windows in and out, one small pane at a time, still pulled chickweed from between the stones on her patio, still scrubbed clean the giant clamshell surrounded by ferns that she used as a bird bath. The boy and the old woman went to town together in her boxy white Nova, her Welsh corgi named Sam sitting on his lap, sticking his head out the open window as they drove. A stop at the Bank of New York, where he too had an account that she'd opened for him, then Christides, then the butcher or florist, with a stop at the corner store for a roll of Lifesavers or a box of Junior Mints. The boy, a teenager now, still did jobs for her. When he went over to her house, she was sometimes still in bed. Her front door never locked. He called to her. The small TV in her room turned up too loud. He climbed the stairs to see her sitting in bed, propped up by pillows, wearing a white cotton nightgown, often without her teeth. He liked to catch her without her teeth and see how long it took her to realize it. And when she did, she'd put her hand over her mouth and ask him to get the dentures that sat in a glass of water on the bathroom sink. Now he sometimes sat alone in her backyard at night behind the big rock, drinking beers, glancing up at the gray-blue light of the television flickering from the two windows of her corner bedroom. He went into her house and took some of the heavy silverware wrapped in pocketed felt out of the mahogany sideboard, stuck it into his army surplus jacket, and walked out the back door. Then one day, looking at his living room window, he saw the old woman park and get out of her Nova, the car rolling backwards, the still open door knocking her down, the front tire running over her legs. The boy froze behind the glass, unable to move. He stood watching as a neighbor ran to help the old woman, his stomach clenched, a metallic taste in his mouth.